Okay, hello everyone. We are going to have a lesson today on the engineering design process. It is part of our curriculum in STEM, and we're just gonna do one of our challenges today as paper airplanes. We're gonna be doing more challenges throughout the year, but this is the one for today. I am going to actually share this link with everybody so that you have access to the slides. And you can click on it if you need to. So I'm going to put it in the chat for everyone to use if you need access to it. So as we are going through class today, I want you to just think before you speak. Make sure you raise your hand if you have something to say, not just unmute yourself. And before you do share anything, just think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring something valuable to our conversation? Is it really necessary to comment on it? And most of all, is it kind? Is it going to be kind to everyone around you? So let me see if I can get it going here. So when we're looking at the engineering design process, before we even get to what we're doing, I want you all to actually take one of these clouds and place it on where you're feeling today. I know on a Thursday afternoon, it's probably tiring. Maybe some of you are excited to share something going on in your day. But go ahead and drag one of those little clouds to where you are. I already dragged mine into happy, optimistic. I'm hoping that you will have some fun with our paper airplanes today. So go ahead, if you can. I'm hoping the clouds are easy to just drag across. And I know Kathy and Ruby, since you're together, you can just drag two different clouds to wherever you feel you need. So I have somebody on either content or interested. Cool. Somebody's moving my cloud, so I guess I'll move this one. That's okay. All right. I'll wait for, I think we have a couple more clouds to move. But I should see 5 clouds on the wheel. And don't worry, we don't know who's putting what where, so you can freely put your cloud wherever you want. While we're waiting for the others to finish, anybody want to share why they're feeling interested, content, accepted, or anything like that? You're welcome to unmute your microphones. Oh, careful. All right, nobody wants to share. Rose, go ahead.
I have never made a paper airplane like in the last 10 years, so it'll be a refreshing experience for me.
Awesome. All right, anybody else? Matt?
This seems like a good group of people to learn with.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's move on here. Okay, so in the engineering design process, we typically go through 5 steps where we ask, imagine, plan, create, and improve. A lot of these steps do get repeated throughout the process, but we will always start with ask, where we state our problem and any constraints we might have throughout our challenge. We'll then move on to imagine, where we're brainstorming ideas and try to choose one that we want to go with. As we plan, this is more like your blueprint. You'll draw and label, gather materials that you need for the project that you're building. Create, this is the fun part where you actually get to put it all into action. And then lastly, you'll improve. And when you improve, you actually get to go back into the other steps to continue brainstorming, maybe relabeling something or changing up anything that you need to do until you're satisfied with your product. So as we go through the engineering design process, we're going to start with our problem. How can I create a paper plane with the most distance? Your constraints for today are that you will have maybe 3 minutes or less to fold. I know it seems like a short amount of time, but it's really not, you really don't need that much time to build a paper airplane. and no scissors. I'm going to show you some examples that do require scissors, but in this case, no scissors for your paper airplane. So in our Imagine stage, we want to think about what features does a plane have to make it more aerodynamic. And here's kind of one of our key words here. Anybody think they know what aerodynamic means? Any ideas just by thinking aerodynamic? Matt, go ahead.
It moves through air.
It moves through air. Okay. Thank you. Anybody want to add on to Matt's definition, Rose?
It moves through air like easily.
Okay. So how easily something moves. Kathy, Ruby, anything to add? Okay. So yeah, what Matt and Rose stated, pretty much they got it. You think of a paper airplane or anything that kind of moves in the air, a bird, giving something, if something has good aerodynamics, it is easily flowing through the air flows easily around it, and it can travel more smoothly. So in your plan, now I'm not going to make you draw it out or label anything because I've provided a website for you. You can click on either the image or the website itself, but they are both here for you to click on, and you can see all sorts of different designs to build your plane. You can click on the sides if you want more distance, more time in the air, if you want an acrobatic plane, maybe you want it to do flips, or if you just want a decorative one. So what I want you to keep in mind is what our goal is. Our goal is to have a paper airplane that has the most distance. So once you look at the site, I know there's many, many ones to choose from, or maybe you already have a paper airplane that you have in mind. You already have one that you're like, this is my trusty go-to design. This is the one I want to use, and you can just go with that. So I'll give you a few moments here just to look at the website, and I can go to it myself and show you just how it works. On the side, I'm just going to unclick all of them because I just want the distance one, and I'm not going to make it too hard on myself. So it limits the ones, and here's the scissors option. I do not want scissors. Okay, so it really limits you to which ones you can make using that those options. Okay, so I think the buzz is one of my favorite ones, and this will take you step-by-step guide on how to make your plane. There's also a video tutorial if you want to try to do that. Now I did request that all of you bring paper today before class started, so I'm hoping you all brought your materials. Awesome. So as you look through that website, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the next slide. But you will have 3 minutes, okay, to create your plane. So I have already made mine. This I think took less than 3 minutes. I might do another design just to see how it works, but I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 3 minutes. If you happen to finish your design under those 3 minutes, you are welcome to either raise it in the air, send a little emoji. I'm trying to find I don't think I have the emojis in here for myself, or just open your microphone to say done. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time right now to just look through the designs and see what you come up with, but I don't think it'll take longer than 3 minutes. Okay. Kathy, are you building one too? Okay. Rose, did you get to find a design that spoke to you or that kind of interested you? I know you said you haven't made airplanes in a long time.
Well, there was one that I really wanted to try because it kind of reminded me of a Klingon warship from
Okay.
Star Trek, but it was really hard, and it said it didn't fly very far.
Oh
So
no, maybe you can try that another time just for fun. So,
I chose an easier one that said it was better at flying
okay,
long distances.
well, you can make your Star Trek one after class if you'd like. So I made my second one. Ruby, how you guys doing?
Good. Not well. I don't know what I'm doing.
Is there one that I could try to help you with?
The easy one.
The easy one,
Look,
okay.
Kathy got it, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do here.
Um,
She's doing the basic dart.
the basic dart, okay.
Video Wait, guide. Go back to the front or the top. No, bottom.
I
Bottom.
can
Bottom.
find the basic dart.
The bottom. See, but yours is like.
Mine's different. I didn't do that one.
Straight.
I did a different one.
Okay, so which step did you get to before you got stuck?
The second one. The second one. And then it says fold the top like this.
Show me.
No,
Ruby,
it's
show her.
like this.
She did. She's only on
Okay.
step 2.
So now that edge, you're gonna fold it in, not out.
This edge. That way?
All right, so it sounds like our timer's up, but Ruby, I'm gonna help you just so you can get that last part done. In your airplane, I'm gonna see if I can unfold mine to try to get to where you are. Okay,
I have to unfold
so
it.
you folded it down, okay? And now you see this edge, you're going to fold that in to your middle line.
Like this way. That's what I was doing.
Okay, so now do both of the sides so that it matches that.
I
That
thought it's to unfold it. That's why. Oh, haha. The second.
Okay, so once both of those sides are down to the middle, you'll have it this way.
I can't see nothing. Like this. I just wanted a pointy one.
Go ahead and show me. Yep,
Fold it this way in half. Or the other way?
and
Inward. In.
fold it up.
I see. Because you don't see anything on the outside.
There's no folds on the outside, so all your folds are on the inside.
I can't follow instructions.
That's okay, that's what I'm here for.
Wait, let me see the last part.
Yeah.
Okay,
This-
and fold the wings down.
Like this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy, for helping her a little bit there on the side.
Wait, which does it matter how far down?
Typically you try to have this edge fold down to kind of your baseline at the bottom so that they're all even.
What's my baseline?
This. This is your baseline. So you want to fold it so it's like here.
The whole way down? Like all the way down here?
Matt, how's it going? Okay,
It's fine. I
so
think-
Yeah.
let's see those planes. Nice, okay. Ashley, did you figure it out? Ruby, sorry. Very cute, Rose. Okay. So I have my two, they're two different designs. But now what I want you to do is we're going to test them. So the testing part comes with the improve. Let me see here. So we're going to test, find out how far it went, and then we'll talk about how we can improve them. Okay, so you don't have to show on camera where you flew or how you flew, but here's how it's gonna work. You're going to fly your plane. Okay, mine got stuck on a shelf. But you're going to count how many steps, so you can step away from the camera for a second. And I know our feet are all different sizes, but they're a little, maybe a little under a foot or a little over a foot, depending on how big your foot is. But you can just count how many footsteps your plane is. Okay. So unless you have a ruler at home, you wouldn't be able to count exactly, or measuring tape, but go ahead and fly just to see how far it will go. Okay. And we're going to count how many steps. Okay. All right. Matt, did you get a chance to fly? Okay. Kathy, how many steps?
Mine went 7 steps because it crashed into a bird cage.
Oh, okay.
Like 24?
24 steps.
Ruby
Okay.
got 24.
Down the stairs.
Rose, how far did yours go?
13.
13 steps. Okay. Matt,
6.
6 steps. Did it crash into something?
Yeah, it hit the wall.
All right. I think one of mine went 14 and I couldn't count the other one because it was on the shelf. So now what I want you to think about is, what could you do differently? How did your style affect the distance? So think about what was it when you were flying that really affected how far your plane went. So here's a chance for you to just think about, and you can raise your hand for this, or you can just unmute yourself. Matt.
I made like a flatter nose on my plane, and I think maybe if I had a pointier nose, it would cut the air.
Okay, very nice. Kathy?
I think I needed to move where there's not things so I could try and fly it because it crashed into a bird cage.
So your location of flying.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing to do with the plane, but more your location.
Yeah, my location. So I don't know if it's actually my airplane or where I am.
Okay, this is a chance to test it elsewhere and see if that makes a difference in your distance. Ruby, is your hand raised too?
Sure. I think Scooter's hand is up too. I think mine was pretty good. Did pretty well. I think because I chose the little pointy one. So
Okay. Rose.
I was thinking the same as Matt, that if I had chose one with like a pointy end, it might have done a little better. But also the style at the end, it said you should probably like use tape to keep this together. And
Okay.
but I don't have tape available.
Nope,
So
that is
perhaps
your only.
that would improve the
material for
design, but it would fall outside of the instructions. So
Correct. Okay, very nice. So just some things to think about as we improve for next time, and we'll see how they fly next time. So to just wrap this up, if anybody would like to share, if you could only choose 2 smells, which 2 would they be? One is fresh cut grass, 2 homemade bread, strong coffee, line dried sheets, dark chocolate, garden dirt, campfire, brownie baking, chlorine, baby snuggles, apple pie, banana boat sunscreen, new books, fresh towels, leather boots, or right before it rains. Rose.
all right, sorry, my hand didn't go down, but I can answer anyway.
Okay.
I would choose the homemade bread and the fresh towels.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
Because homemade bread sounds like, first of all, it just smells so good every time. You just kind of feel like your mom's cooking for you. And the fresh towels, I don't know about you, but I love to like jump in, like if you dump a basket of freshly laundered towels onto the couch and they're all like warm and snuggly, like that is peak comfort.
Okay. So going for that home comfort. Anybody else want to share? Matt?
I would choose the strong coffee and the right before it rains.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
So any reason why?
Well, strong coffee because I really like coffee. I need it every day. And right before it rains because I really like storms. They're really nice and calming.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Girls, either of you want to share for this one?
Kathy. I also chose homemade bread and fresh towels because I like the smell of fresh towels or like fresh linens. And then obviously homemade bread smells amazing and I'd like to smell that every day.
I like the connections being made here. All right. Any last minute shares? No? Okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining. I'm hoping you enjoyed this lesson a little and you got to learn a little bit about airplanes and how they are more aerodynamic. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody.